Gotcha.
I
So
think
it's
it's like
not
a 1600 is the highest or
right.
something like
So
that.
it's not that far under, but it's under. I do think that it's strange that he said that to a bunch of black people. Like, why was he trying so hard to relate? I do think that that's what that was. I don't think that he thought in his head, I'm stupid, they're stupid. Like, again, like the comment says, I think that it was just tone deaf rather than like I'm intentionally trying to be racist.
All right. Uh, what do you agree with? What are your
I
thoughts?
think that he wasn't like intentionally trying to be racist, but I could see how it could come off that way. I think he did kind of the same thing that a lot of politicians and stuff have done, like hot sauce and my dad, like you know what I'm saying? Like they try to relate so much that it ends up coming off as racist to a lot of people. Like they'll look at it like, okay, what are you trying to say? Because not all black people eat hot sauce, not all black people have, you know what I'm saying? So it can come off that way for sure. But I wouldn't take it like he was trying to be racist, but I do see what he was trying to do.
Right. If I was in the crowd, I would feel pandered to for sure. And really more with the whole macaroni thing than with the SAT score. I was like, what is that about? You just ate two pots of macaroni. First of all, who's eating two pots? Anyway, I thought that that was an odd statement. It was like, oh, okay.
Trying to relate.
It's
And
not more. I'm sorry, Brittany, was you done?
no, I'm saying what you're saying.
To my understanding, he just sounds like somebody who's trying, like those white people that try too hard and they're trying to come off performative or whatever. But he has talked about dyslexia before, but to put it and combine it with trying to relate to the African American community, I can see how people are looking like, okay, this is just a stereotype and it's awkward as hell. But is some of it true? That's the tick. Like, what is ticking people? That's the hard question I want to ask. Because some people was like, well, why I'm offended when some of it is true, and I was kind of wondering, like, well, is that true?
Well, if you're saying, and I said, oh, my wrong.
No, I'm
Say it right.
Why is he over one of the biggest states in the country and he's, I'm not gonna say slow, but I feel like he's underqualified. And then he wants to act like he's not a nepo baby, like you're there because of nepotism. You come from a background of elitists, a background of politicians. You and Nancy Pelosi are related through marriage. So I don't know. I think he's just used to gripping people who aren't smart. But it's like people gotta wake up. Was it tone deaf? I don't know. I didn't see the thing. I don't know who was in the crowd. Was it an African American crowd? But my concern is if you're saying all of this, why aren't you running California? But it makes sense as to why California is in such poor shape because they have an incompetent leader. It don't even matter that if he's trying to be offensive or not. They should have you're not qualified. But I guess you don't have to be qualified to run one of the biggest countries in the whole nation. That does not make sense to me. I don't think people understand like the state, the country is an economy. These people are managing money, balancing budgets. And this man can't even pass it. And people better wake up. Wake up. If something were to happen catastrophic, do y'all think help is really coming from Gavin Newsom? Did it come from the fires? Like, I think we need to really start questioning who we're putting into office. Top-down establishment ain't really working. They just putting people into these positions, and real people are suffering from it. So, I don't know. I don't know if it was about black people, but California, y'all need to wake up. This man is saying he's underqualified.
That's the more important part of it. He was basically saying, I'm below the national average and I'm leading you. That's the problem right there.
He can't even read the script.
Can people be below average and still be in a position of power?
Should they
They
be?
clearly are, but they should not be.
What do you?
Not when you're
What up?
controlling the economy, not when you're in charge of a budget of a whole state. No, you can't even read.
You just delegate people.
I was about to
No,
ask.
you know what that no. Then what do we need you for?
To delegate, to be a good leader. That's what
But
leaders
how
do.
can
They
you be a
delegate.
good leader when you're incompetent? We don't need no more incompetent leaders. That's the problem with this country.
He's not
But then if
incompetent.
something goes left, like,
He's
you know,
very he said he was incompetent in the way of being relatable. That's incompetent in itself.
I'm shocked that people keep up.
That's not what it comes
it wouldn't give me faith to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy, like, he's in power, seeing as that he's below the national average. And to be fair, Americans, so to be below, like, that's not cool.
No, that's not true. Some people just don't test well enough.
Right.
It's about running for president.
But we have that merit system, and so what I'm asking is, can C students outpower A students at this point? Are they doing it well? How is it? How is it that they can do that? I'm trying to
Because they're born into the right family.
Right. So it really doesn't have anything to do with talent. Like I was saying, it has everything to do with nepotism. You know, just who you related to, who's your dad's friend. Like these people walk through the back door. They're not qualified to do these things.
I think everybody in California needs to like in every field. Like it's crazy.
Not everybody.
Even pride.
Everybody.
Not everyone. Almost everyone. Not
Alright.
I just think that he was I don't think that people should be offended. I think that every time that you get offended, people think that he's automatically referring to you, or not even just him, people automatically referring to you. It says honestly to me that you think you're so. Because when people say certain things, I don't automatically think that they're pertaining to me. And even if they are, they wrong. You may not even be, you may be wrong about that. And so I think that what Gavin Newsom is doing, like I seen how his interaction was with Usher. Gavin Newsom is one of the fakest people that I've ever seen from a politician's perspective. Like he has no authenticity to him whatsoever. And so I just think that he was in a pandering session. I don't think that he was trying to be big head or
That's hard.
whatever. And again, I don't even know who the audience was. They
That's
were
hard.
referring to the black guy, I'm guessing that he was sitting in front of Andre Dickens. Again, he's the mayor of Atlanta. And I just think he matters. I think he's pandering. I don't think it matters what your SAT score is. I don't think that determines if you're going to be successful or not. I know people that just took the SAT because their parents made them and they really didn't care about it. Caring for it, studying for it, planning for it, prepping for it. They just showed up, did whatever it is they want to do. They move on. So, you know, that's not, you know, a litmus test for whether or not you're going to be successful. So, yeah, I don't think it has nothing to do with how smart you are. I think it has something to do with being likable. I think it has something to do with your ability to network. There's a lot of factors that go into your success. It's communicating effectively.
The January 5000 would be a great home system for essentials.
So this system is designed to back up your entire home in case you have a power failure.
We have been running 100% off of Jackery portable power stations. It's a big unit, but with that comes a lot of power.
You know, knowing when and when not to say certain things and when to stand down and when to rock out. There's a lot of factors that go into it. I think your soft skills matter more in success than how intellectual you are and how smart you are.
Like Nancy, they didn't get mad at Nancy Pelosi in 2020 when she was wearing that Kente belt, trying to make a comment on the George Floyd situation. So I was just wondering, like, can below average people actually run a country.
George W. Bush.
I'm not sure.
They can be put in place.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I don't know.
What does that even mean? The checks and balances to know when the fuck
Israel.
Oh, so y'all agree with me? Oh, okay.
Yes,
What do you mean, son?
Molly, your short's ass.
What do you mean, son? Agree with you on what?
Okay. So anyway, Lex, answer your question. I think it has a lot to do with like what Anton is saying, and I think it's gonna be a bigger thing. Is like this next.
Agree with you on what way?
Okay. So anyway, Lex, answer your question. I think it has a lot to do with like what Anton is saying, and I think it's gonna be a bigger thing. Is like this next generation of children gets older, and then when after that, these iPad kids, the kids that are gonna be running things as adults later are the ones who are gonna have interpersonal skills because so many of them just won't have it. And so it's like they may not be the smartest, the best of the best, the brightest of the brightest, but they're gonna know how to deal with people, how to manipulate people, for lack of a better word, just how to relate to people. And I think that's gonna change a lot. Like you'll see it shake out in a couple years.
That's interesting because most of, I wouldn't say most, but I would say that I can name a few supervisors that were very, very, their leadership was immaculate for the majority of people, you know what I'm saying, in their charge. And they were, what you could say, academically sufficient to